I did the first part, the first 3 kirtans, and now I'm going to finish off with the last 3 for all the limbs of Saranagati. So we sang a song for Anukulyasya Sankalpa, a song for Pratikulyasya Varjanam, and we sang a song for Rakshisatiti Vishvaso. Now we're going to sing a song for Goptritve Varanam Tata, and Atmanikshepa, and Karpanya. So, oh, and I'm streaming this in 2 places. I'm streaming this on my personal Facebook, sorry, not Facebook, on my personal YouTube account and the Gaudiya Kirtan YouTube account, because we're doing Kirtan. So like that, might as well put it there. But it's not on Facebook. I only did the first part. Let me share this link. So those who might be watching from the Gaudiya Kirtan YouTube page, I'm doing this for a shloka program, shloka memorization program that we have. And we're learning the verse for the 6 limbs of Saranagati. So let me just find this, I'm going to find this link and copy it into our Telegram page where we do the shlokas. So just give me a second here. Alright, got the link. Alright. Let me share the screen now. Where is Telegram? Okay, I'm just sharing this in our group. Doing the last 3 songs now. Okay, there. Alright, sorry about that. So here's the verse. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam rakshisyatiti vishvaso. And now these are the songs that we're doing. Goptritve varanam tata, accepting the Lord as being one's only maintainer and guardian. And Atmanikshepa, completely offering yourself to the Lord. And Karpanya, humility. Shadvida Saranagati, these are the 6 components of surrender. So first, this is accepting the Lord as one's only maintainer and guardian. I do not know by what strength I have come to attain shelter of you within your dham. Truly, you are most benevolent, devoted to sanctifying and delivering the fallen. Did I mention these are songs by Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, all of these? I rest all my hopes simply in the fact, O Lord, that you are saturated with compassion. There is no beneficiary more in want of all my fears. There is no one in the world with the power to deliver me. O merciful Lord, by your decree, please save this lowly and sinful soul. Leaving everything behind, O Protector, I have settled at your feet. I am your eternal servant, and you are my sustainer and custodian, O Jagannath, Lord of the universe. Everything is yours, and I am simply your servant. You shall deliver me. I have accepted your feet as my only shelter. I do not even belong to myself. Weeping, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda has taken refuge at your feet. Please forgive my offenses and give me a taste for the holy name. Please maintain me in this way. So because it's late, it's almost 10 o'clock, I'm just going to sing these like I did in the previous video. We're just going to sing them all together. I'm not going to do lead and response. Ki jane ki bole ho tomar dhamete Hoinu Saranagata Tumi Dayamoy Patita Pavana Patita Tarane Ratan Ki jani ki bole O tomara dhamete Hoinu Saranagata Bharasaya mara E matra na Tumi to karunamor Tava daya patra nahi mura sama Tava daya patra nahi mura sama Avashya gochabe bhai Amare tarite kaharo shakati Avani bitare nai Dayala Ṭhākura Goshana tomar Dayala Ṭhākura Goshana tomar Adhama pamare trahi Sakala chariya Asi ami O sakala chariya Asi ami Tomara charane nata Ami nitya das Tumi padaita Ami nitya das Tumi padaita Tumi gupta jaganata Tomara sakala ami matra das Amare tarive tumi Tomara charan karinu varan Amara nahi toyami Pakati vinoda Kanti ashara Loyeche tomar Pai Kshami aparad Name ruchi diya Kshami aparad Name ruchi diya Palana karo tai Ki jane ki bole O tomar dhamete Hoinu Saranagata Tumi dayamoy Patita pavana Tumi dayamoy Patita pavana Patita tarane rata Patita tarane rata Just curious if anybody's here watching. Let me see. Yes, there are two people. Cool. Rupanjali Dandavat Pranam. Haribol. Okay, so now we are doing Atmanivedan. This is Atmanikshepa, completely giving ourselves to, surrendering ourselves to Krishna. Having submitted my soul at your feet, I am supremely elated. Sorrow is banished and no anxieties remain. I see only bliss in the four directions. Your two lotus feet are reservoirs of nectar that bestow freedom from lamentation and fear. Now, by taking refuge of them, I have given up the fear of worldly existence. I shall serve in your household, never partaking the fruits of my labor. I shall diligently tend to your satisfaction only, being fully dedicated to your lotus feet. In the course of serving you, whatever difficulties may come are indeed the topmost joy. The pains and pleasures of service to you are the greatest assets, for they destroy the misery of nescience. The pains and pleasures of service to you are the greatest assets, for they destroy the misery of nescience. I have completely forgotten my past history. Let me reread this. I've completely forgotten my past history due to experiencing the joy of service to you. All I know that I am yours and you are mine. What need is there of any other treasure? Bhaktivinoda, submerged in the ocean of bliss, devotes all of his efforts and service to you and dwells in your house according to your wishes. Atma nivedan tuva pade kori hoino parama sukhi dukha dure gelo chinta na rohilo chodike ananda dekhi chodike ananda dekhi chodike ananda dekhi hoino parama sukhi ashokaya bhai amritaya dar tomar charan dwar tahate ekhon vishamalo piya charino bhavera bhai charino bhavera bhai charino bhavera bhai tomar charan dwar tomar sangsare karibo sevan nahibo phalera bhage tava sukha jahe karibo jatana hoy pade anuragi hoye pade anuragi hoye pade anuragi nahi bo phalera bhagi tomar seva dukha hoy jato sheyato parama sukha seva sukha dukha parama sampara nashaye aveda dukha nashaye aveda dukha nashaye aveda dukha sheyoto parama sukha apurva itihas bholinu sakal seva sukha peye mane to ayami to tomar tumi to yamar ki paradhane. Ayami to tomar, tumi to yamar, ki kajaya paradhane, ki kajaya paradhane, ki kajaya paradhane. Seva supape mane, bhakti vinod anand dubiya, tomara sevaratare, sab cheshta kore tabahi jamato, thakiya tomara ghare, thakiya tomara ghare, thakiya tomar ghare, tomar sevar tare. Atmaniveda tuva pare kore, hoino parama sukhi, dukha dure gelo, chinta na rohilo, chodike ananda dekhi, chodike ananda dekhi, oh chodike ananda dekhi, hoinu parama sukhi, hoinu parama sukhi, hoinu parama sukhi. These songs are very contrasting, like a very different from each other. This song is all full of happiness and bliss and supreme joy. This song is this is a song of humility. My life is perpetually dedicated to sin. Thus, I am without a trace of piety. I have given others great anxiety and brought to only misery to living beings. This is a song for Karpanya. For the sake of my own pleasure, I am not afraid to commit any sin. Devoid of all compassion and full of selfishness, I feel sorrow at the happiness of others. I am an inveterate liar, and the misery of others delights me. There are unlimited material desires within my heart. I am full of anger and devoted to false pride. Indeed, I am always intoxicated by conceit and bewildered by mundane enjoyment. Envy and egotism are my ornaments. Plagued by indolence, I am disinclined to perform pious work, but I am enthusiastic to undertake forbidden deeds. For want of prestige, I behave most duplicitously. I behave most duplicitously. I have been destroyed by greed and am always filled with desire. Being such a miscreant and being rejected by saintly persons, I am a perpetual offender. Devoid of good deeds and habituated to vice, I am oppressed by various miseries. Now, in old age, I am deprived of any remedy. Thus, the humbled and poor Bhaktivinoda submits his sorrows at the feet of the Lord. Amara Jiva. Wait, 1 second. Let me drink some water. My throat's getting dry. Amar jivan sada pape jata nahi ko punyera lesha pare rayudve diachi je koto diachi jivere klesha nija sukha lagi pape nahi dhori dayahina swarta para para sukhe dukhi sada mithya bhashi para dukha sukha karo ashesha kamana hridhi maje mor krodhi damba parayana mada mata sada vishaye mohita hingsa garva vibhushana netrala sahata sukarye virata akarye udogi ami pratishta lagiya shatyaya charana logohata sadakami eheno durja sajana varjita aparadhi niratara shubha karya shuna sadanartamana nana dukhe jara jara nana dukhe jara jara vardakye kon upay bihi tate dinayaken chana vakati binor prabhur charane vakati binor prabhur charane kore dukha nivedana kore dukha nivedana amar jivan sada paperata naiko punyera lesha. So that's the last kirtan, that's the last, we did all the 6 limbs of Saranagati, but I didn't really want to fully leave on that note. This is another song of humility. So I just want to end with this song, so we're doing one extra song. This is, I make this submission at your feet, O Lord. Oh, and just one thing. In my Param Gurudev, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura Goswami Maharaj's songbook, he ordered all these songs in a different way, in a really neat way actually. But anyhow, he put this in humility, whereas Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura in his book, this was originally in Atmanivedan. And so you can see both Atmanivedan and Dainya or Karpanya in this humility. I make this submission at your feet, O Lord. I am lowly and wretched. This is known throughout the 3 worlds. There is no sinner like me in this world. There is no offender like me in all of existence. I feel shame even in casting off all of these sins and offenses, for you know everything about how vast and egregious are my wrongdoings. Egregious, not egregious, sorry. In whom shall I seek refuge other than you? You are the Lord of Lords, O Vrajendra Nandan. The world is yours, O Master, and you encompass everything. Absolve me of my offenses to you. You are the sanctuary of those who have faltered. O Benevolent One, who is there but you? All such offenders to you shall always come to the point of surrender to you. Thus, Bhaktivinoda, surrendering at your lotus feet, now offers you his very self. See this Atma Samarpan. Nivedana kori Prabhu tomara charane patitaya dhamayami jane tribhuvane amasama papi nahi jagat bhitare mama sama aparadhi nahi ko sansare shesha papa yara aparadayami parihare paidaja sab jano tumi bina karayami Oloi Bosharana Tumi Sarveshware Shwara Vrajendra Nandana Jagata Tomara Nata Tumi Sarvamoy Toma Prati Aparad Tumi korokshai, Tumi taskalita pada, Jane rayashai, Tumi bina arake bayache dayamoy, Asherupa tavaya paradi jana jato. Saranagati hoibe satata Bhakti vinoda pade oloya sharana Tua pade koreya jatma samarpan Bhakti vinoda pade Loila Sharana Bhakatoa Pare Koreya Jatma Samarpa Jaya Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura Bhaktivinoda Prabhu Hai Prabhu Hai Prabhu Hai Prabhu Hai Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. All right, so I'm going to end soon. I just wanted to read something, though, about this verse. Sundar Gopal, this is, yeah. You know this, sorry, having a hard time talking. This anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam rakshisatiti vishvaso goptikte varanam tata. Atmanikshepa karpanye shadvida sharanagati. This verse, which is due today, if you haven't memorized it yet, it's written everywhere in different places, Vaishnav Tantra, which really could mean a million different places. Vaishnav Tantra, that's a very broad thing. It's in some Vaishnav scripture, and I've looked in many different places. There's one place that says it's from the Vayu Puran. Maybe it was quoted in there, but Vayu Puranas are not as old as like the Tantra. So, but Sundar Gopal, Simon Haas, he wrote the book of, Book of Dharma and Yoga and the Dark Night of the Soul. I'm not sure if you know him, but anyways, he's a very scholarly devotee, and he's my god brother, and he was doing some research, he's been learning Sanskrit actually, and reading all different kinds of Sanskrit texts and stuff, and so he chanced upon this verse in a very ancient scripture called Lakshmi, what is it called? Lakshmi Tantra. And anyhow, he sent me a voice message, and I just, when he sent me the voice message, I was just typing some notes of what he told me. He said a bunch of things, but I just took some notes. So I'm just going to read some of those notes, just so that I don't miss anything that he told me. Let me see. All right. So this is the exact location. It's from Lakshmi Tantra, chapter 17, verses 60 to 61. And we're actually, it's actually a 3-verse collection. And we're only familiar with the first half. That's what we've memorized, the first half of this 3-verse collection. But so after Atmanikshepa Karpanye Shadvida Sharanagati, then it goes, Eva mam sharanam prapya vita shoka bhaya plama nirarambo nirashishcha nirmamo nirahankriti mam eva sharanam prapya tarit sangsara sagaram. Okay, he didn't translate this for me, and I'm not, I don't know Sanskrit, but I'm just saying, Eva mam sharanam prapya. This is Vishnu, Narayan talking. And so he says, Eva means certainly. Mam sharanam prapya means whoever takes shelter of me, vita shoka bhaya plama, and will destroy or will get rid of shoka, all lamentation, and bhaya, fear. I don't know what plama means. Nirarambo, I don't know what Nirarambo means here, because Aramba means to begin. Anyhow, Nirashishcha, and without any other hope or desire, Nirmamo, I'm guessing here, by the way, so this I could be wrong. Nirmamo, not having any possessiveness over anything in this world, and Nirahankriti, he'll become completely free from any kind of egotism, any ego or pride or anything, So anyone in this way, Mam eva sharanam prapya, having attained my shelter, taret sangsara sagaram, he will transcend this, he will cross over this ocean of material existence. Sangsara sagar. So one who takes my exclusive shelter, they will cross over the ocean of samsara. So then, the Lakshmi Tantra goes on to explain the 6 components of Saranagati. We know that the first one means to accept everything that is favorable for bhakti. So this is something that's really interesting. In the Lakshmi Tantra, this Anukulyasa Sankalpa, it goes on further. It says, it explains it in relationship, it explains it, this Anukulyasa Sankalpa in our relationships with others. This is in verse 66. It says, Anukulya entails being benevolently disposed toward all beings, based on the conviction that I, the Supreme Lord, exist in all beings. you should be favorably disposed toward all living beings, just as you are favorably disposed towards me. Likewise, all forms of hostility toward living beings should be abandoned. So we usually think of this anukulyasa sankalpa just as relating to our own practice. We adopt a very individualistic Western mindset, and that it just refers to our own private practice, and it isn't relevant to our relationships with others. Except maybe our relationships with very exalted Vaishnavas. But the actual source of this particular verse, the Lakshmi Tantra, explains anukulyasa sankalpa primarily focusing on relationships with other living beings, seeing the Lord present within them and not having any hostility, but rather showing kindness, respect, and helping others. And then this is not related with Saranagati at all, but this is just another very fascinating thing in this book. And chapter 43, Sundar Gopal, he came across this section which relates towards showing respect towards women. It says, a yogi should never disrespect a woman, either in action, speech, or thought. This is Lakshmi Devi speaking. She says, wherever I exist, good merits also exist. Wherever I dwell, Keshav too dwells. I am the womanhood pervading the universe and inherent in all women. He who abuses women abuses Lakshmi herself. He who abuses Lakshmi abuses the entire three worlds. Knowing a woman to be my direct manifestation, how can a yogi refrain from revering them? Let alone hurt women, one should not even think of hurting them. A yogi who wishes to attain the fulfillment of yoga should always act respectfully toward women. He should view them as mothers, goddesses, and as my very self. Interesting, huh? Yeah. All right, so that's the Lakshmi Tantra. And this is something that probably no other devotee knows except for Sundar Gopal and the few people he's told this to. So this is some exclusive information that we got here in our Shloka learning group. All right, so tomorrow is the test day. Everybody who's in this group, every Saturday I'm thinking will be the day that we test we say the three shlokas all together in one go. And then Sunday we will start our next group of three shlokas, which will all be on the topic of what is Guru and also what is a disciple, so Guru Tattva. All right. Thank you for joining me, Rup Manjari. You're the only one here. Thank you so much. And Rup Manjari also, if anybody's watching this later on, she's compiled a bunch of information, a bunch of different texts and from different sources, our Acharya's words on these three next verses about Sri Guru that we're going to be learning. Tasmar Gurum Prapanteta, Tadvigyanartam Sagurum Eva Bigachet, and Tadvidi Pranipatena. So I'll also be reading from them, but she made a blog page, and on that blog page you can also read yourself all this different material. All right. Jai Shri Radhe. Thanks for joining. I look forward to hearing all of your recitations of the three verses. Tomorrow is the test day. All right. Haribo. Haribo, Rup Manjari Didi. Haribo. Dandavat Pranam.